sound. I said, Mom, what's in there? For flavoring, it's a bone, it's okay, it's not anything like that. So you say to yourself at the time, who's it going to hurt more? She made this with love, that she wanted to satisfy me and to try to do as much as she can. Is it going to kill me more if I ate that soup, as opposed to it was going to kill her more, that I was going to diss her and say how terrible it was to do it? So we make these decisions all the time, right? If somebody, I don't go after that. I try not to do it. Some of my friends, when they invite me over for dinner, I'm a little bit disappointed sometimes. Not recently, because now it's a lot of years later, but in the beginning when they would make food and they have nothing to eat there, I laugh at it. I get invited to weddings and they say to me, what's the matter? You give them a gift and any food to eat here or something like that? Because I don't eat anything at the wedding or anything like that. But so now I know before I go to any events, I eat before I go. This way not to be an embarrassment on anybody's part, not to be anybody uncomfortable. So that's personal responsibility. We take care of ourselves, right? We make sure that we control our own destiny, right? It's nice we have other people to go along with us and help us, like everybody here in the room. If we all help each other, it's better. Why not? Why not? Why not help with each other? Somebody might know something more than you know. You know, not to be arrogant about it. Hey, this guy has a little bit of the key that he might know how to help me do something, how to fast track something. It's all okay, right? So personal responsibility is great, but don't be shy about having friends and help along the way. Too many of us are afraid to have help along the way. So let's get back to a little bit of some health issues here. So too many times today, people want the quick fix. And as I said, I've been doing this a long time, and I'm the strict guy on the block here, and people ask me all the time about certain things to eat, or certain vitamins or supplements and everything like that, and I always look at it and I say, the word vitamins, supplements, is exactly what it says. It supplements your body if you're not going to take the responsibility to eat well. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take vitamins, but why not eat well first? Take care of it, that everything you want is in the food. Everything you possibly want is in the food. God gave us everything you possibly want on this earth. Everything is out there in nature. We just have to go access it. It's all there for you. And yes, once in a while you want to take a vitamin or something, it's okay. Don't feel guilty about it. But at the same time, try to go back to eating natural foods. It's there. Everything. Well, the guy today, everybody says to me all the time, where do you get your protein from? That's always the number one question, right? Where do you get the protein? Or where do you get the vitamin C? Or where do you get this and that? It's all there. Everything is there. So we shouldn't accept sickness. We should not accept sickness. It's silly that we do that. Because everybody, you speak to them, everybody has somebody in their family has cancer or heart disease, so it's almost like acceptable, like it's okay if you don't have these sicknesses and you're like the weird person, right? And people look at you, it's almost like they want to put down the person because everybody's healthy. They look to knock you down because you're not sick like everybody else. You don't have cancer. I mean, I don't know, you all know right here yourselves, how many of you have cancer in your family? You've had somebody. I have a sister that had cancer about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. And her friend said, you're so lucky because your brother, so he took out her lung. She was not willing to try it. One of my closest childhood friends had cancer. He said, I'm not disciplined like Sandy. I can't do it. They don't want to take the responsibility to do it. Right? So it's pretty amazing that these people, and I said, I cook every day at the house. You come over and cook every day at the house. You like to eat out in restaurants all the time, which is okay. So even we eat out. Of course everybody eats out. We're all social animals here. We all go out to eat. Speak up for yourself. It's okay to eat out, but you got to speak up. You go to a restaurant and say, listen, steamed greens, or what kind of oils, just saute an olive oil, or you want pasta, or you want some rice. Just speak up. Don't let them dictate to you what to have. And I don't care what kind of restaurant it is, even the fanciest ones, they'll definitely do it because their egos are on the line, and they're going to say they can do it. But you got to speak up for yourself. Who's going to take care of you? It's not you. I went to this restaurant one time. I was at some kind of business meeting. I was in Las Vegas, actually. And the person I was with said to the waiter, the maitre d', says, kidding around, but he wasn't kidding. He says, you know, if you give him something that's not, he's going to have like allergic reactions and lay down on the floor in the restaurant. It's going to be embarrassing for everybody here. So, you know, just really strict. Just give him what he wants, you know, do it what he wants. And then other times I've been in restaurants and the owner one time said, oh, we only sprinkled it with a little bit of like pork or something on it. Just put, you know, whatever it is on it. They think they're doing you a favor. Speak up for yourself. Speak up, speak up, speak up. Take the responsibility. But even before you get to these restaurants, you got to take care of cooking at home. The best place is the kitchen, right? You have to be the one in the kitchen. And please, I don't care what you do. I had a friend of mine when I first started this, is one of my dear friends years ago. She was a teacher, and she said, Sandy, I used to go and cook food on Sunday night for a week or 3-4 days, enough to carry me for a couple of days. Because I use the expression all the time that people are knowing better than. It's one of the best expressions. It doesn't have to mean you're 100% perfect of everything you do, but it's better than. So try to, you know, do I think frozen food is great? No. But it's better than not having good quality, good, you know, natural food stuff. So if you have to, if you work and you want to prepare food for 3-4 days at a time, do it. Right? And you make sure you do it. Every couple of days you make fresh food, but do it. So really in the kitchen is where it all begins. So you all have to start yourselves and take responsibility in the kitchen. And don't say, don't have time. Please, don't ever say that. It doesn't go over well with me. It's not going to go over well with anybody who cares about the food. The food will be there. You'll do nice jobs. And as creative as you are, that's how great the food is going to be. Right? So I make, say, brown rice. I'm a big brown rice person. And I'll make brown rice and I always make extra. So for the next morning, I might have soft rice. Some people have like oatmeal. Instead of making oatmeal, I'll have rice left over and I add water to it. And I make a soft porridge out of rice and have vegetables with it in the morning. This person, I said to him this morning, when I saw him as cancer, I said, Victor, you got to have greens 3 times a day. 2 minimum, but better 3 times a day. He said, what are you talking about? He said, for breakfast? I said, yes, for breakfast. You have greens for breakfast. You can cook whether it's watercress, kale, mustard greens, collard greens, I don't care. 3 times a day I want you to eat greens. People don't, you know, it's totally foreign to them. It's like I'm talking Greek to them when I say that. So that's for all of you here. You can't get enough of greens, fresh greens, right? We never had that. When I was at the house, we used to have, you know, raised 5 kids. We had a lot of kids coming over all the time. And one day we're sitting there, we're having dinner, and we made broccoli. And this little girl said, what's that? The broccoli, right? The stalk. She never saw a broccoli stalk. She said, only saw the flowerets because her mother always had the frozen flowerets. She never knew that broccoli came like on a stalk. It was grown like that. So it's pretty amazing that we take things for granted about where food comes from. People don't realize where food comes from. A lot of people know agar-agar. You can make great desserts out of it. So these are the things that we have to experiment. We have so many things to experiment on. Today there's so many cookbooks out there, so much information out there. So getting back, no excuses. No excuses of why you can't do it. No excuses of time. No excuses of finding ingredients. We're very spoiled. We've got Whole Foods everywhere. We've got natural food stores everywhere. The internet, you can buy things. They have food being delivered all the time. Now you can order food and they deliver to you. Vegan food companies all over the place delivering to your houses. So we, though, have to take the responsibility not to be junk food vegan eaters. Because that's the other thing that bothers me a lot. People say they're vegan and they think that's a pass. You get a free pass because you're vegan. It's a bunch of nonsense. Because so many people, they say, I'm vegan. I had rice milk, I had rice dream, I had frozen rice fizz, or this and that. I'm eating brown rice all the time. Sure, you're eating brown rice. It's all fast food, junk food stuff. So just because you're eating, I call it sentimental veganism, so to speak. What people want to do because they don't want to eat animals, but at the same time they're not taking responsibility to see if the food, what it's all about. So you really have to see what the food is about, right? You have to, as long as you eat good quality As long as you eat a plant-based diet, might as well eat a good quality plant-based diet. So please take the time to research it. See where you're getting a balanced meal. The key to your health is balance, right? Some people use the words acid and alkaline, some people use the words yin and yang, some people use whether it's hot and cold, whatever it is, balance. Balance is what it's all about. You want to balance your diet, you want to balance your life, you want to balance everything around you so you have a happy life. And everything we want to do is to raise this balance to higher and higher level, right? So every day we start out at this level, and instead of, you can balance out everything in life, obviously. You can have a piece of meat, you can balance it out probably with cocaine or something like that, as yin and yang, or whatever you want to call it. But the idea is to try to have a balance where you're happy all the time, like a seesaw, where you balance with a seesaw, and you keep raising that level of happiness, and you keep raising that level of balance all the time. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? And this way we do that, as I said, with our own lives and the people that we're with. And sometimes we don't appreciate the people that we're with. We always learn from everybody. Always learn. Always have an open mind to learn from all the people around you. Sometimes we don't appreciate it, we might not say it, but we always know to appreciate the people around us and be grateful and to be thankful. To be thankful for the food, thankful for the people that cook the food, for the farmers, for everything that happened, you know? The more gratitude we give out, the more gratitude you get back. The more happiness you give out, the more happiness you get back. You learn to attract, you don't learn, you just do. You will attract good things. You put out a good vibe, you get a good vibe back. Why not? Why shouldn't we be happy all the time? Anybody who says that I shouldn't be happy, or, oh, I grew up in a bad environment, I did this and that, that's fine. But now's the time to change it, right? No excuses. No excuses, no excuses. So I have stories forever and ever. We don't have to do that. I'm happy to answer questions or whatever it is on if anybody has any questions about anything in the world. And I'll get to that in a second. Because one thing, I was on an interview show in Seattle a couple of years ago, and during the commercial break, the news came out about these insurance plans that they're doing in the country. And I said to the host, I said, if you want, I can help you take care of that also. I said, because if you eat well, you don't have to worry about the insurance part of it, right? We take the responsibility. The thing that freaks out most people I know, I raised 5 children, I had no health insurance, right? People are gassed when I tell them that. My friends even go crazy when I tell them that. They said, Sandy, what are you talking about? This could happen. As you take personal responsibility. I'm taking the responsibility that I'm going to feed my family well and they're not going to get sick. You know? And of course, well, could I tell you? So I called up the school. And I said, listen, we don't believe in health insurance. And the dean at the law school said, why not? I said, he cannot have the scholarship unless he has health insurance. Believe it or not, right? So I had friends of mine, I had a rabbi, a priest, people that I knew who knew our lifestyle, write letters to the school saying that they knew the family, etc., really serious about it. And the dean came back and said, listen, he said, we did the research. We don't see anywhere it says in the Bible you can't have health insurance. I forgot the story he gave us. They would not give my son a scholarship unless he had health insurance because they want to cover their debt. So it didn't matter that we were willing to eat well and take responsibility about it. They didn't want to know about it. So it's pretty interesting stuff going on. So I want to acknowledge on the cruise every year. I don't change this to promote the cruise. I have flyers, but I figure people will know about it anyway. What I consider the heart and soul of the cruise, we do a recovery panel where we have people share stories who've recovered from the unrecoverable kind of illnesses and diseases over the years. And I've been very fortunate over the years. I've been doing this 15 years now. Before that, actually, I put on events in hotels for about probably 30 years before that. Same kind of thing, seminars in hotels on Miami Beach and Breckenridge, Colorado, and somewhere in California in the desert. I forget where the cities are. But we always have these recovery panels where people who give inspiration to say, hey, I had cancer, or I had this kind of disease, or that kind of problems, or, and people can just share, and that's what it's all about, to share your stories so other people can do it. And over the years, it's been really, really wonderful, and I've been very fortunate that, as I say, I consider it the heart and soul of the cruise, and acknowledge right here, two people this past year, right here, 2 people on the recovery panel this past year, right here, so thank you both very much for that. I appreciate that. And thank you all for listening, and go out and go, you know, the expression, play it forward. Whatever you had here tonight, whatever you have with other people in your life that you come in contact with, share it, pass it on. I'm happy to answer any questions, I say, any topic whatsoever. Thank you very much. Well, recovery testimonials, they provide just a quick thing, because I don't want to, people truly speaking, from any kind of disease imaginable, if you eat well, you can reverse it. Think about it. You got yourself sick, disease, you can change it. Because what it sometimes, unfortunately, maybe have 30 years of eating bad or taking care of, you can really change your life. You really change your blood. You change your blood with good quality food. So it doesn't have to take 20 years. It could take, 6 months. Incredible stories. I've heard incredible stories over the years. Remarkable. Yes? Okay. Greens. You should always have greens. One other thing I want to tell people about shakes and juices and stuff like that. And this is my personal philosophy. Everybody can stone me afterwards, whatever you want. People say I want to have like a fruit juice or something like that, or a carrot juice, or apple juice, orange juice, which is great. Of course, it's all okay in moderation. But if you think about it, when you have a carrot juice, how many carrots does it take to make carrot juice? So would you sit there and would you eat 4 carrots? Would you sit there literally and eat 4 carrots every time you wanted? So when you're having a carrot juice, you're really taking a lot of carrots. Of course we all like carrot juice. And it goes for any kind of juice. So all I say is everything you do, moderation is always a key. Moderation is a key. Everything is good. All the juices, all the smoothies, all the stuff is great. Yes, you can...
Something to behold. So anybody interested, Sandy's the guy. All right. I hope everybody had enough to eat. We try to make you all happy tonight, and now we're going to continue that. We're going to have our raffle, but first, before we do the raffle prizes, we always have some door prizes. That's just for coming. You don't have to buy a thing. That's just for the people that come here and want to learn, want to eat, want to network, want to schmooze. How's that? So we kind of cover the whole gambit there. All right, well, at this time, I'm going to ask you to pull out the white tickets that you have. The white tickets. Didn't get white tickets, why not? Everybody should have white tickets because those you get for free when you come in. So, all right, everybody got their white tickets out? All right. The first prize is called Powerful Vegan Messages. This was written by friends of mine, Jay Dinshaw, who is now no longer with us, and his daughter, Ann Dinshaw. Ann and her mother Freya are the head of the American Vegan Society, and that's located up in Malaga, New Jersey. So anybody who thinks that New Jersey doesn't have anything worthwhile, there you go. Okay, and the first ticket is the winning number 369. 369. Anybody got it?
369, the Goose
Flora
Drank
in the
Wine.
back. Look at that. All right. Absolutely fantastic. I love giving free stuff away. Okay. The next prize here is a air purifier and ionizer. I guess that's for people that have stinky cars. So, and if you look at your tickets, we have 397. 397. Who's got it? There we go. All right. I hope you got a stinky car. No, I mean, this will make sure it isn't.
It also cleans pollen, dust, and anything else here.
There we go. All right. Yes. Thank you very much. All right, and the next prize is one that I'm a little familiar with. This is my new favorites cookbook. So, any of you who've enjoyed the food tonight, this might give you some incentive to go home and make some more. So, all right, and if you look at your tickets, we have 406. How are we doing, Jeff? Are you talking or are we getting tickets? Okay. All right, so back to what we were doing. We've got a chipmunk plate here. Now, these are legitimate plates. They all come with authentication and certificates. They're beautiful, beautiful commemorative plates. And the winner of this one is going to be the holder of ticket number 196. Hey, look at that. And I happen to know that this gentleman is a first timer here, so that is a nice way to have an initiation. All right, there you go. Look at that. Put it in your home and enjoy it. The next commemorative plate, and this looks like something that I've seen up in the mountains in the north. This looks like a group of, is it caribou? Let's see, on the trail. Okay. It's a group of, it looks like elk or caribou. A mother with two baby fawns there. Beautiful. All right. So everybody look at their tickets. And we've got 195.